Making and customizing an online business planner is super easy to do when you're using tools like Canva, whether you want to make the planner for your own personal use or for something you share with your customers. And this tutorial will walk you through the process. I'm Alisiba from eKit Hub, and we actually have a planner in our shop, eKit's shop, that makes it easy for you to customize, or you can create from scratch. Let's walk through creating from scratch quickly, and then we'll come back to the template, which makes it much easier and faster to do. So out of the box, you can use Canva and create something from scratch. I would go create a design on the top right, and I would type in presentation planner, because then you could see the size when you hover over. 8.5 by 11 is perfect for printing. And then that way the choices of pages it gives you and design. It's under design in the here that it will give you planner type pages. So you can create a cover if you want, but you can look for daily planner, right? And then you can pick the sheet that you want. You can add a page. And you can monthly, if you search for a monthly planner, you'll have the months there. Some of these can be dated or they might not be dated. This one is for 2024, I believe. And you could just click that. Once you've clicked through, it says apply all 12 pages. It could add it. And then you can move things around how you want. Now you may be wondering like, okay, so I upload a few different types of styles of stuff, or I want to change the colors or the fonts. We'll cover that. But why don't we just go look at our template that you can customize, because a lot of the business stuff has been incorporated and will help you do that. So back to, our template. This is something you can grab. It's already done for you. It has business and things in mind already. It's at our shop, eKit's shop. I'll put the link in the video description, but going through this will also be useful if you do decide to create completely from scratch. One of the first things you really need to keep in mind is to know what's important in your planner, right? So our particular business planner that can be customized for you or your customers it's for busy people, right? With limited time and who may need to, figure out this work-life balance thing, but have enough time to do things on their business to keep making steady improvements and growth. So that's already incorporated. Maybe for you, you're balancing other things in your life and you kind of want to incorporate both of those things into your planner, or maybe it's more than two things, right? We all have our unique lives and incorporate. That's why, printable planners are fantastic, because you can incorporate all that. Same with your audience. If you're teaching, a certain type of online business owner and you want to create a product for them that is their online business planner, you got to put yourself in the mind of them and what are their challenges and how can that be incorporated into your design. So looking at our template, let's look at the pages that we put in it that you may want to customize for your own needs. So we'll just walk through the different types of pages or things you could add, and then after we'll do some Canva editing tricks that will probably be useful. So our custom planner does include instructions, because the basic idea behind this is 3 simple things to do every day, right? We're talking about a busy entrepreneur who needs to get focused, who has lots of stuff to do. So we do talk about this at the beginning to help you understand like the things that the three building blocks to growing a business would be. It'd be tasks to grow your audience, tasks to get more sales, tasks to connect and nurture your audience, and then you'll see some instructions on how it's organized. But let's just look at those pages. So we have a brainstorming sheet, which is a great thing to add to a planner, because it will give lots of ideas to fill out those daily pages. So we've divided in those 3 sections again. It's the grow your audience, nurture your audience, get more sales, and then a section for resources needed. Of course, you can change these sections however you would like, or lay them out any old way you prefer. Then we have a daily planner, which can be printed out for each day. And it has a little place to review yesterday. It has and this needs to be fixed up. We'll fix that up. Then the 3 business building blocks. What are the 3 business tasks that I'm going to do today? And personally, this is what I love about having a planner, is a place for business stuff and personal stuff. And I want to see it together. Some people like to do it separately, but I like to see it together so I don't forget. You can get into, family and home mode and forget about business, or vice versa. And there's a place also for caring for myself tasks. Maybe it's for exercise or, some other type of self-care, and a place also for thoughts for tomorrow, and a place for a schedule. You may not want to have, schedule yourself so tightly. So this section could certainly be, or your customers may not want that. You don't think that's the right thing. You can fill this space with something else. Then there's a weekly planner, which gives kind of a 1-page at-a-glance look at the week ahead. So because we're so focused on these 3 daily business tasks, they're very important. They're there for each day. They can put them there, and they could start planning some of their personal to-dos. Or your personal to-dos, whoever is working on it, of course. Then there's the monthly planner, which is sort of like this is more like a brainstorming sheet than a calendar. Talking about, grow your audience priorities, making sales priorities, and nurturing your audience priorities. Then there could be the personal and household priorities, and a place to put some important dates. And then there's a calendar, simple enough. But as you could see, it's all based on this idea of getting these 3 things done at once, and at each day, and then balancing it with personal stuff. And you can adjust that however works for you. Now let's go back through some, quick Canva editing tricks to make it easier to customize everything that you want to change. So first, whenever you're on any page, you may know this already, if you ever can't select something or you're having a hard time to find it, you'll always find what's on the page in layers, right? On a page like this, you might not be working in that as much. You might do that where it's a graphic thing where you want some things to go in front because you can reorder them and however you want. But here we're trying to look. So if let's say you wanted to maybe replace this with a box or something instead, you can always select and delete any section that you want, right? You don't have to select everything separately and try to select it. You just put your mouse over. If something is in your way and it's catching something else, you can just drag it out of the way and then go back to it. So that will allow you to duplicate a section. You can copy, or you can just put duplicate, and then you can easily move it, but you probably want to make space for it, or maybe you want to put it on another page. If you want to change the colors of things, so you could, say you wanted to change the color of these buttons or check boxes, however you want to call them, and you decide to match it to what the cover is, you can select that, and then you'll see down here, as soon as you've changed a color, it says change all, and it will change it. That will change it through your entire document. So, if you're not sure if that color was anywhere else, you might want to peek through and see where it was changed. As far as fonts go too, you can, if you want to change all the fonts on the page, you can select and you can choose a font. As far as I've been able to see, there is no way to change, then you'd have to also adjust things because different fonts are different sizes. But you can select a whole page and decide to do the font that way. And then maybe you take a quick peek at the cover, and here is where you probably will be looking more at layers, and you can, put things in front of them. This doesn't make sense, but just showing you that would put that in front of things. So you can move them around, you can change the background color, you can remove our logo if you're using ours, you can add different elements, anything you would like to do. You can also manage all the pages that you have by going here into the grid view It's easy to just move them around, change the order, delete something, whatever it suits your fancy, right? You can also take pages from another design you might have and just paste them into here. If you just go paste on your computer, it'll put them in, and if it doesn't end up in the right spot, you just move it around and you're good to go. I hope that was a useful look at creating a custom online business planner. Again, you can go to our Shop eKits shop and pick up the template to make it easy for you to create a business planner for yourself or for your customers.